Hi everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com, and I'm back with a Power Poppy video. It's been a while since I've painted some flowers. It's Inspiration Monday, and today is my Monday of the month, and will be doing these once a month as per I did last year, which is awesome. I love working with all of Marcella's fabulous images. So I'm starting here with the Magnolia Sunshine digital stamp. I will have a link to that in the description box below. And these are two of the Jane Davenport sets of watercolor. She has a neutral set, which I would love to get my hands on for people and things, but they never seem to be in stock when I'm in the city, and it's a 2-hour drive, so I don't get to check all that often. But these two work wonderfully for florals. I do have a few thoughts on them, and we'll get to them a little bit later, but that's alright. So I blew up the image and cropped it out as per my typical style when it comes to the Power Poppy Digis, and I printed it out on Fabriano Artistico 140-pound hot press watercolor paper. So this watercolor paper is a slightly cream tone. It's not the extra white version, but I love it. I do enjoy like a rough or a cold press paper as well, but I seem to reach for the hot press more often than not. It just gives me a lot more smooth transitions. Maybe I'll try a cold press for the next one. We could do that. Anyway, off of my ramblings. So I started off with the green here and just dropped some in. I'm just trying to get a feel for these paints. All I had done with these paints prior to this image is I painted those swatch cards. That's all I'd done. I hadn't touched them at all. So I'm mixing up a little bit of brown here. I used green and I added a little bit of red to it. I mean, if you use orange and add a little bit of blue to it, whatever. All three primaries will make a brown of some sort. You know, you're just kind of creating mud. So I'm adding a little bit more green. Once we get into the flowers, it gets a lot more fun, and then I'll finish the background after. Slow down. I'm babbling really, really fast. It's 8:30 at night. This video goes up tomorrow morning, so I'm in a little bit of a hurry. I wasn't going to do a video. That's why the color's a little bit off. I started filming this like at 6 o'clock tonight, so, you know, fake lighting and all that jazz. So on the flower here, I wet the whole thing, and I'm trying to do it all wet and wet. So I dropped in some of the yellow, and then I'm just lifting some of it out to give me a little bit more of the white of the paper. Then I'm going to drop in some of this hot pink. I don't have the colors in front of me to give you the actual names. And then there's like a darker purpley pink that I'm going to do on top of that before I go in with a blue. And that's how this is the process I'm going to repeat for all of the flowers. I think they turned out absolutely beautiful. The vibrancy of these paints is marvelous. They are super bright. They seem to flow really nice when they touch the paper. I don't have to futz with them a whole lot. I know that they say they're artist quality. Most of my watercoloring that you guys have seen me do has been with Daniel Smith, Schminke. I have some Core. I have a couple M. Graham. So I have lots of really high-end watercolors, and these aren't artist grade watercolors. They're just not. They're not bad paints by any stretch. Like, they flow really, really nice. I do enjoy them, but I would not call them artist grade. And I know that's going to be hard for people to hear, and I'm probably going to hear it in the comments, but I personally feel like they aren't. Are they a great crafter's watercolor? Are they a great student grade watercolor? They certainly are, but they're not artist grade. I do find that the pigments are a little bit chunky, I guess is the word when I take my brush and I start digging into the paints. I mean, I'm not like going ham on them or anything, but I start getting color off of them. Certain colors had like hunks of pigment in them that weren't completely ground out all the way, and I couldn't get them to dissolve, and I'd wipe them off in between sections here, because after I finished a flower, I would let it dry before I went on to the next one, just because the florals are so close together. I didn't want to have one flower bleeding into the other. As for the petals bleeding into themselves, that's kind of the look I was after. So, but I had to lift all those chunks and things off, and I really just didn't enjoy that. So I wasn't, see, it gets a little dark. Sorry. I hope it's okay still, guys. But they work really, really great. If you have them, love them. Like, I still would love to get my hands on the neutral set so I could use them on people. I think they're fantastic for card making and for art journaling and for learning how to paint and for lots of stuff. They don't compare to my more expensive paints, which I wouldn't expect them to. The price point, The price point is not anywhere near the realm of what I would expect to pay to get a Schmincke or a Daniel Smith or a quality of paint. But they're awesome. They're bright, they're vivid, they make beautiful cards, the colors flow nice, they lift off the pans, they re-wet great. And the tins are absolutely adorable. The darker one, the first one I showed you guys, I think it's called the Glitz-sea palette, it's the newest one, is the exact same color as my kitchen and dining room, so I love them. And the lighter one is super cute too, so if that helps you at all, because that's kind of what sucked me in, was pretty tins, you know. I'm gullible like that. But I will get a lot of use out of these. I really, really like them, and I like that I have a set of watercolors that are on the more affordable spectrum, that still give you great flow and great color and great vibrancy to share. As for the chunks of pigment, they just weren't milled as fine, and that's perfectly alright. I'm not complaining whatsoever with them. So we're just going to carry on and go around and around and around, and we're repeating ourselves. It kind of looks like a broken record. Never mind, sounds like one. So it's 2018. I hope everybody's having a great time. Marcella's got some awesome images coming very soon, and this year is going to be filled with flowers, and I have nothing against a year filled with painting flowers. Watercolors are one of my favorite mediums, so the more flowers I get to paint, the happier I am. Hence why I race to get you guys a video for Monday or tomorrow or in a few hours. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So that's fantastic. I'm not sure what else to blah blah on about. We are still painting florals because I haven't gotten through to the leaves yet. And I could have cropped some of this out, but I really kind of like showing the differences between each flower as I go and how I just kind of let it dry and do its thing, and they turn out super lovely in the end. The brush I'm using is a silver black velvet brush. I do believe it is around number 8. Yeah, it's an 8 because that's not my 10. The one I used in the photo is a 10. I'm not sure if the number is showing or not, but this is around number 8. It is probably my most used brush. I find that with the fine points they get, I can hold a lot of water and hold a lot of color in these brushes and still get the detail I need out of them with the fine point. So I slapped on a happy birthday sentiment on the top before I printed it off. I am just going to leave that the way it is. We will add the background in with some blue paint. Ooh, can you hear the train? There is a train coming through town. It is like 3 blocks away, so it's clear as a bell to me. I don't know if the microphone's going to pick it up or not. But it's not bad now. It's when they come through at 3 in the morning that drives me a little bit crazy. Especially when I get up at 4, because then I get up at 3 and I lay there awake until the alarm goes off. And that's never a fun occurrence. Alright, Jesse's babbling. Babbling. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else to talk about, y'all. I do have a set of koi watercolors I recently picked up. I will do florals with them coming up very, very soon. I find they're slightly more chalky, but we'll try them anyway and see what I think of them. I know lots of people have them in their arsenal, and I'm really trying to focus on products that lots of people have this year and are in a more affordable price point and things of that nature. So I'm still going to use my Daniel Smiths, and I'm still going to pull out my set of Schminckes, and I'm going to love them because I deserve to, or I should say, if I don't use them, the other half will probably hurt me because he knows what I've spent on all of them. So, you know. I hope you guys enjoy these types of videos and where you get to see kind of the whole process. I did only speed this up to it's 2.5 times the original speed, so it's not that, it's, well, just over double as fast as I regularly paint, so you're getting to see a lot more of the detail than I've done in the past. I'm not quite cranking it up to 3 or 4 times the speed. I do paint rather fast, especially when I'm doing ones like this where it's really, really loose and I want the colors to blend into each other and everything to stay wet until I drop them all in. So that's kind of the goal. I love cropping Marcella's images. I think I've said that already. I enjoy having the florals come off the page and off the edge of the card and all of that fun stuff and everything not to be kind of tight and packed into the center. I take her images and I will take out like the tiniest little branch of florals and blow them up large and color them and leave the whole rest of the image off the card because that's what I do. But yeah, I can't wait to see what sort of images she has coming for us in the fall, in the rest of the year. I do hope to pull out a bunch of the backed digis and the ones that I haven't used yet and the ones that I used a long time ago and all of that kind of stuff and get you guys a bunch more flowers. I've been neglecting the florals. My computer died a few months ago and that really kind of set everything back. I was trying to use my son's computer and it didn't fly. Didn't fly. If you guys have any specific paints or anything you would like to see used, different sets. I had somebody ask me about Primo ones. I'm going to order some of those. Definitely leave a comment in my YouTube comment section down below and I will look into if I can get them because that would be fun. I am going to do a video going through all of my paints that I have, why I like them, why I bought them, this, that, and the other, brushes, paper, that kind of stuff. I'm going to work on that tomorrow. So you guys will be seeing that fairly soon. So if you guys are watching on the Power Poppy blog, if you would like to see any of that kind of stuff, definitely jump over to my YouTube channel and subscribe because I'm really trying to keep putting out the content this year and getting lots of videos up and hopefully people enjoy them. And if you get sick of me and my fast talking, I'm going to have to put... I used to have a sticky note on the side of my computer that said, Jessie, slow down. I might have to make it again. I was getting so good at speaking at a slower pace because I tend to talk really fast just by nature. Always have. I was getting much better at speaking at a more voiceover appropriate speed as opposed to talking like I usually do, 1,000,000 miles a minute. And that whole, when my computer broke and that whole downtime, I've really lost the ability to speak at that slower, more tolerable, easier to understand, especially pace. So I forgot about these little berries here, so I'm going to paint them in purple. I didn't even add any shading to them. I just painted them in purple and I think they look super cute. So we're adding in some dark, and that's the cat. Ridiculous kitty cat. I'm wiping up some color here so I can mix up some of the blue. This is that light tealy aquamarine color. I'm going to start by adding that in the background. So we're going to add in our background and that'll be it for our card. I pulled it off and cut it down to 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. That's just what it worked out with the sizing. I think I cut too much off of one side, which kind of set me off a little bit, but I'm really happy with the way the final card turned out. If you have any questions or would love to leave me a comment, I would truly appreciate it. You can do that in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to hear me blabber on more, I sometimes ramble about my son, my life, art supplies, cards, I don't know, I talk about whatever. You can definitely do that. I would appreciate it. Thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the video. And I think that's all I got for you. So I will see you guys very, very soon with some more florals or other things over on my channel there. And have yourselves a great day, evening, weekend, whatever it is where you guys are watching this. Bye for now.